the verbs which have or which share root verbs. For example, all the phrasal verbs with contain get.
Exactly. Like
And
in the dictionary, no?
yes, a kind of dictionary listing.
Uh,
The second approach that you can take is using context. For
right.
example, phrasal verbs, I don't know, in the school, for example, no? Or if you are a tourist, for example, no? Which verb could help you.
Precisely. Which one is the best method? The listing?
And no, no, the best way that you can use is the second one.
By context.
Yes, by context.
Exactly.
Yes, but
That's precisely the way we were talking last class. Like if you see the list of phrasal verbs with only one verb, that will not connect with your mind because it's a list of the same verb and we have a definition for the verb get. So if you say get over, get on, get in, get after, all of them sound the same. There's no meaning behind it. But if you say, okay, phrasal verbs that we use for traveling, phrasal verbs that we use in the school, phrasal verbs that we use in the workplace, phrasal verbs that we use while cooking, you know, then everything starts making sense. You start associating new forms of expression with the same words, easy words that have a very different meaning, right? So last class
right.
we saw, for example, drop off, we saw pick up, we saw get on, hop on, talking about methods of transportation, right? Here
Right.
we can use check in, check out, no? Talking about the hotel, you know, eventually a lot of verbs like that. And we started watching the video that Luis mentioned because the first objective was checking phrasal verbs at school. There is a moment in this particular video where the teacher uses three phrasal verbs that are very, very commonly used when you are reading a paper, when a student is reading a paper.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to watch it. I want to know if Luis made the homework to identify the phrasal verbs in the video.
Um, yes, I was watching the video, but I was not able to
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 catch.
to catch it. Yes,
You did it really?
yes, it sounds difficult.
It is not. It is not. It's just about getting phonetics, understanding, using your ears instead of your mind. Technically, it's just using your ears, and that's it. You know. So let's check it out. Chucho, do you want to check it out?
Yes.
We need your help in this case. Let's listen.
School, Renata. They go to school.
Okay, Joey, why don't you pick it up where Renata left off? Now, this is a hard part, so take your time.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
What did the teacher say?
That Joey had to pick up the reading,
Pick up the reading. Where?
in the page 5.
No, eliminate the page. All right, one more time. I'm gonna give you a clue. She is called Renata. That's her name.
Okay.
Okay, so the phonetics that you hear at the beginning is her name, Renata.
Okay.
Listen again.
Left off. Now,
School, Renata. They go to school.
okay, Joey, why don't you pick it up where Renata left off?
Where Renata left
Where Renata left
off.
off. Exactly. And there is the phrasal verb. To leave off is when you stop doing something, especially when a person is reading something. Start reading from where you left off last time. Start reading where you stopped last time. It's like kind of an interruption. To interrupt something, to stop doing something. So especially when we're talking about school, we use a phrasal verb left off or in present leave off as interrupting or stopping an action, especially reading.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes. Completely.
That's another phrasal verb for at school. So it's not necessary to find phrasal verbs of the verb leave. It's much better if you analyze it by context.
Yes, it's easier. Yeah.
Check this out. I'm going to write others and you tell me if you're familiar with them. Go over.
Okay.
Hand in or turn in. Hand out. Drop out. Fall behind.
No,
What?
definitely no.
Any of them? Really?
I've never seen before.
Come on, yes. Some of them. Let's go. Taking.
Mm-mm.
No?
No, no, trust me.
Run through and mix up. None of them,
No,
right?
but this is a potential case that I can explode.
Oh, exactly. Now we are discovering new stuff. So let's definitely talk about this. Okay?
Yes.
It's very common to tell you. Let's I'm gonna use the word go over in an example and you tell me what it means, okay?
Okay.
It goes like this. Let's we are going to talk about phrasal verbs so we can go over the most common today.
Okay.
What did you
Yes.
understand?
We will talking about phrasal verbs and we will see the most common. I don't know.
We will see the most common, we will study the most common.
We
No?
will check. Yes.
Check, exactly. So go over is similar to check, review, study.
Okay.
You see? The next exercise for Lewis. I give you the example, you tell me what it means.
Okay.
At the end of the test, At the end, no. The test will finish at 9 o'clock. Please hand in your reports at that time. No more, with no delay. I repeat, please hand in your reports at that time with no delay.
Uh, I understand that you need to be ready in that moment, or your reports need to be finished at that time, completed.
Correct, but that's the first part. When I said the test ends at 9 o'clock, please hand in your reports by that time, no delay.
To be on time.
Close.
Finish.
Finish. No. Using your hands, please hand in.
Fixing.
Hand. Again,
Fix.
fix your reports. No, that's impossible.
Yeah, your reports don't need to be in other, for example, in your back school or in your home, or you need to have when the teachers go in the middle of your seat, you will give your homework, your report, no? So
Give your homework report to who?
the teacher.
To the teacher. There you have it, Robert. There you have it. To hand in is to give some work or task or form to a teacher or authority. So the teacher will say, hand in your exercise sheets to the front. Pass it to the front, and the person in the front hands in the bunch of papers to me. And also when you are talking about, for example, your visa. If you're tramiting your visa, you need to hand in the forms that you completed and your documentation. Hand in is similar to give, especially when you're talking about a teacher or an authority.
So if you are waiting, if any government office line, hand is the verb that you will use for delivering your documents in that office.
Delivery, exactly. Actually, deliver can be a synonym as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Totally. Turn down. Ah, yes. I have another one. But I will check it later. Okay. Hand out. Now that you have hand in, you can understand the next one, hand out. Okay? Chucho, this is the clue. So, Chucho, here are the exercise sheets. Can you please hand out all of them to your partners? Can you help me hand them out to your partners?
Similar to eliminate. No.
Eliminate them to your partners? That doesn't make sense. Imagine I give you a bunch of papers,
Okay.
right? And you have there are 20 people in your class.
Okay.
Can you help me hand them out to your partners, please?
Okay. What is verb? Similar to, you know, To deliver
Yes,
everybody.
to
Yes.
deliver everybody. That's right. So handout is to deliver. To deliver one thing from a bunch
Yeah.
to each member of the group.
Did you say to eliminate your partners?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
To eliminate your partners.
Sorry,
This is not
I
like in the United States.
Yes, that's
You
terrible.
know? Yeah.
I didn't have an idea.
What?
I only said what I
No.
had.
Jesus Christ, that's very scary. That's it. That's it. Good job. The next one, Lewis. The example is it goes as follows. Even though Mark Zuckerberg dropped out the university, he created one of the most important companies in Silicon Valley. What's dropout in this example?
Could you repeat the example, please?
Yes, of course. Even though Mark Zuckerberg dropped out at the university at 21, he created one of the most important companies in Silicon Valley.
Okay. I think it's similar to abandon.
Exactly. Dropout is to abandon studies. That's totally correct. You know? Good. Next, Chucho.
Yes.
The example goes like this. For the next one is fall behind, right?
Yes.
I don't like to get sick because whenever I get sick, I cannot go to school and I fall behind the topics. So then I need to take double courses.
Okay.
What's
Yes.
the meaning of fall behind?
You lose classes
To those classes.
like
Exactly.
me. Okay.
So, yeah.
I fall
Something like
behind.
that.
Yes.
Fall, watch out, fall is the present, eh?
I fell.
I
I
fail.
fell.
So when you lose classes,
Feel and feel and felt where my health like.
yes,
Oh
these
yes.
two are a problem. Feel fall, and no, and that's it. That's an issue. No, and then we're gonna see another one. So we have a lay and lie.
Oh yes.
That's another one that is a problem.
I remember a class that you told me. Uh, uh, yes, it was like, what is the past of fail? And I fell. No,
Exactly.
and what it's felt, and it was like,
Oh crap.
I don't know.
Stop bullying me, teacher. Please stop bullying me. I'm sorry for the bullying, I mean. I that was unintentional.
Don't worry.
Yeah. To lose classes and not be on schedule or understanding the current topics. The current lessons. Let's go. Okay. That's to fall behind. Which actually, this one reminds me of another one. You saw that I included another one, catch up. Right? Have you heard that one, Lewis?
Teacher, just a question.
Yeah.
In the previous one, in fall behind, it is only used in the classes, or could be used in a more general context. For example, if you are on vacation and
Okay.
you don't go to the office, I don't know, maybe 1 week, no? So when you come back to the office, you are not
Yeah.
updated, for example, with the last news or the last topics, the more
Right.
recent one. So you need to talk with your co-workers in order to be in the to be aligned, right?
To exactly. That is can be also used in the workplace as well.
Okay, perfect.
Definitely. You can fall behind in your tasks, for example, your duties. If you have a couple of tasks that you need to complete, but you needed to go away for a moment or for a meeting went too long, then you can say, I fell behind.
Oh, perfect.
Mhm. So we can also transfer this into workplace. Many of the school phrasal verbs can be applied at workplace too. Many.
Okay, so not limited to
Watch
the
out.
school.
Are not. Let me see.
Are not limited to a school environment.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Some of them are less common in other environments. For example, if you say left off, that can be for your work. No, if you go to a meeting and then you continue when you left off, but go over handout for example, I cannot imagine handout into the workplace. Probably if we're talking about I don't know, like candy. If a sponsor came to the workplace and gave candy to all the people in the department, you can hand out one of them. I don't know, but that's not so common. The rest of them, yeah, they can be adapted.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm gonna use your example for the next one. The next one is catch up. Okay, and let's say that I tell you I was I had a meeting, so I couldn't. I needed to leave off my reports. So now I need to recover some time to catch up.
Mm, so you need to invest time or extra time to how could I say it? Yes, to be aligned or to be updated or in the same line that your co-workers. So
Exactly. To go at the same line as your coworkers or as you're expected, right? Precisely.
yes,
The
because
synonym to this is to reach,
yes, yes.
right? To reach somebody who is ahead, or to reach a point of progress that you expected, especially after a delay. That is to catch up. Right?
Okay.
Let's go to the next one. Let's go look up.
Teacher, just
Yes.
one question. I don't know if if this is correct. I have heard in my job that many people uses ketchup as a noun instead of a verb.
As a
So
noun instead of a verb.
yes, for example, imagine that you are my manager. So I have been working in a certain topic, no?
Certainly.
Or in a certain thank you, in a certain project, but you have not been uh, getting news or report about me
Okay.
related to the advance
Progress.
the daily what
Progress. Daily progress.
progress, the daily progress. So you write me in a mail. Let's program a catch up for the project. No? Or we need to do a catch up for the project. No?
So they refer a catch up as a meeting.
As a kind of meeting where you
Oh.
where I'll report what is the progress and in general the state of the project.
Aha. There is another definition of catch up actually. In this case, it's like catch up on with the connector on. Oh, let's catch up on. To spend extra time doing something because you have not done it earlier. But there is another one when a catch up. I have heard it as a way. I have heard it as a way to say hello, so you can, you know, you have not seen friends for a long time, right? When the other person starts telling you what has been on his life during this time that you have not seen this person, you are catching up to. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Um,
I repeat, you haven't seen a friend for a long time. Imagine a friend from high school, right? And you have not seen this person for 10 years. Okay? Now let's imagine that you meet this person again, you go for coffee. What happens in the conversation?
it's como a re-encounter.
You are thinking in Spanish. But what is that? What happens in the conversation? That doesn't exist. What will you talk about?
Yes, for example, when the last time that you see me, no, that you see, no, what is the person? No, saw that
So,
you saw me. I was alone, for example, no? But now I am
today,
married. I married, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and now I am waiting for a child. No?
right, right. That is to catch up.
Mhm.
That's another catch up. So when you're talking about a catch up meeting in your office, we are talking about that definition of catch up, not the last one. You know what I mean?
Okay. This is to to obtaining the last news. No?
To getting the last news of something. Exactly. That's right. So in the meeting, the way you use it, reminds me of that. You know?
Okay, okay. Yes, yes, I think that that is the use that they
They
are
are
speaking
applying.
about.
Correct. Because it catch up on, together with the connector on, is precisely after a delay, I need to spend a little bit more time to finish what I was doing. Get it?
Got it.
That's one. Now let's go to look upon. Okay? To look upon, Chucho, I tell you an example. I hate it when I look up a word that I don't understand, but I cannot find it. I hate when I look up a word that I don't understand, but I cannot find it.
For example, well, listen to
Close, but the second word is important. But I cannot find it.
when I was uh, when I was taught a word.
And then find. What's the relation of that with find?
For example, a teacher taught me a word, and I you know I couldn't find it.
To find it where?
Okay, okay, okay. This is strange.
This is strange, right? Okay, let me help you with another example. If we say, if we say, this artificial intelligence helped me get information faster, so I don't look it up by myself.
To search.
Excellent. That's correct. To look up is to search.
Okay. Okay.
Aha. To look up, to find a piece of information in a book reference, dictionary, internet, etc. Or source, or other sources. Especially when we're talking about information. Because it's very different to say look up than it look into.
Yes. Okay. Look up.
So if I tell you, teacher, what's this word? And the teacher is a very bad person, he's like, look it up.
Okay.
Open the dictionary. Don't tell me. That's a
For
very bad
example, in a
person.
class, a teacher can say, boys, look up where Benito Juarez died.
Exactly. So then everybody will start Googling, they will start searching, they will start exploring the web, going into books.
Okay, okay.
Or I don't have this information right now, but I will look it up. See,
I,
that's another word to use.
well, what?
Okay, I repeat. I don't have this information right now, but I will look it up.
I don't have. Okay.
That's
Okay.
a noise. Look up, my people. Good job.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Next, Lewis. I Imagine you are in a class, we are partners in the same group, and we are talking to the teacher, okay? And then I say, teacher, I think the topics that you just taught us are, no, I think the presentation you just gave have very important points, but I would like to add some things that you missed out.
Topics that were omitted.
Exactly. Topics that were omitted. To miss out is to omit details or topics into a report, a presentation, a lecture, etc. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Good.
Teacher, just additional question for dropout.
Yeah.
I have also heard that verb in the meetings.
Oh, interesting.
For example, when we are, I know I'm not completely sure, but I think yes. When we are in a job in a meeting, that job,
Yeah.
someone write in the chat, sorry, I need to drop out for attending other meeting.
Oh,
And
that is not a phrasal verb. The word drop can be used with the adverb out or off. Drop out and drop off. Because only drop means leave, to leave something.
Mm,
You
yes.
know? Actually, there is an idiomatic expression when they say when you are insisting in some ideas and you cannot let go this in your mind, you say, come on, man, drop it, which is immediately to say, forget it.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay,
So drop off and drop out are the natural words of drop. That's not a phrasal verb.
okay. So drop is enough.
No,
No,
drop is leave.
leave. Okay,
Similar to leave. Yes.
okay. Well,
Good question. Now, check the next one. Chucho.
Yes.
I personally don't like to teach grammar to my students because grammar is too difficult and it's a lot to take in.
Uh, to teach.
The opposite.
Uh, to learn.
Excellent. To take in
Yes.
is to learn.
Okay. The opposite. Sorry.
Exactly. To learn and to absorb, understand. So that's a lot to take in. That's why take is like it's like as you imagine your brain is a sponge. The sponge takes water into it. So I imagine this phrasal verb as as a metaphor of our brains being sponges, taking to absorb.
Okay. Run through. Okay.
That's the way. Run through. Lewis, we haven't we haven't seen all the topics we need to see. So we have to run through a couple of them during this week. I repeat, we haven't seen all the topics we needed to see. So we have to run through a couple of them during this week.
Uh, I think it's similar to cover.
To cover how? You're very close, but there's a specific way here.
I think to cover. I'm not completely sure if it is if uh the best description is quickly or not in a deep way.
Exactly. Very, very good. Can you use another phrasal verb that we have seen here instead of cover?
Oh, catch up? No,
Catch up? No, no, no.
no.
Catch up is not similar to cover.
Go over, no?
Exactly.
Yes, go over.
You over, check, review, and study. So to run through is to go over
Quickly.
a topic. Exactly. Quickly, in order to check it. Right? And the last one.
Top. It's a music store.
Oh, yes. Today is more like a gift shop.
Yes.
In the past, it was music. Today is like a gift shop. It's like a
We are non comedies.
Mr. Comedy. So the example with this one is, I think, I think you are mixing up the past of fall with the past of feel. I think you are mixing up the past of fall with the past of feel.
Yes, to confuse.
Confuse. Excellent. To mix up is to confuse things or people. And there it is. As Dean Jaring said, this is the way. That's the first part.
Excellent.
Excellent. As you can see, these phrasal verbs are related to work too. No, we can use pick up, yeah, at work. We can use left off. We can use go over in a meeting. No,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you others that can be used at workplace. We have the words reach out. Oops. Fit in, get into, follow through, run into, keep up with, point out, look after, take on.
Okay.
Okay? That's technically business English. If you, it's technically business English. And there's a lot of them. What about layoff, carry out, take over? We have take on, yeah, how we have take on? Call off, slack off.
Okay.
Probably this is very new for Chucho, but what about Lolis? Have you seen any of these?
Um, I think get into. I'm not completely sure if it is similar to be introduced in a topic, something new,
To be introducing a topic.
or knowing something new.
Aha, exactly. You are totally correct, brother. Means to
Uh,
start getting interested in something new. You know?
yes, yes. For
Precisely.
example, yes. For example, if you are if you are new in a team, in a new job, for example, uh, and someone is sometimes have more time working on that topic. Maybe the manager say, please, I don't know, help to Fernando for get getting into this tool, for example, or something like this.
Getting into the soul. As an introduction.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Good job. Exactly. Good job. So get into is used precisely for that. A new person comes to the office. This person needs to get into the things that we have and we do in the office. Perfect. I'm gonna help you with the next one. Okay. The first one is reach out. Let me
Okay.
give you an example. Okay. Chucho. Mm, If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us at this email address.
Uh, what is this word? Inform.
Inform. Not really.
Let me know.
Let me know. But that's it's the same as inform. That will be something like imagine on the telephone call too. I'm gonna give you my phone, my personal phone, so you can reach me out whenever you like.
Okay, fine.
Find, excellent. The word reach out is either to find a person or to get in touch with a person.
Okay.
To contact.
I, I have seen that verb in business English.
Of
For
course.
example, when you send an email and as a final sentence, you say for any comment or for any doubt, please reach out me.
Exactly. Reach me out. Never reach out me.
Reach me out. Okay, yes.
Totally.
Reach
Totally.
me out. Yes, reach me out. Yeah, reach me out.
Right? Which is similar to contact me or please find me, please send me a message, call me, you know?
Yes, reach me out me. And the final kin or kind regards.
Kind regards to say
Kind regards,
bye bye,
yeah.
you know?
And your film, your sign.
Your sign.
Mm.
Your signature.
Your, yes, your signature. Thank you.
Yeah, because sign is a verb.
In the verb, yes.
That's correct. Precisely. Reach out is very common in emails, very common in corporate speech, and that's the way we use it.
The doubt that I have always, uh, no, that I always had is if using this verb is formal or informal.
That's precisely the issue with phrasal verbs. Some of them are considered informal, some of them are formal. Reach out can be considered, it's pretty casual, eh? It's pretty casual. It's not, you know, it's casual because everybody uses it, but if something is informal, you shouldn't use it so freely. For example, in the school section, one of them was pretty informal. I think it was dropout. Dropout is very, very informal. Okay? That doesn't mean that it's rude. It's very different to say that it's informal than that is incorrect, you know?
Yes.
So technically, phrasal verbs are not formal and informal. It's just another way to speak. It's a more native way to speak. They will never, never, never be considered formal or informal. Some exceptions will be indicated in the dictionary, you know, but only if you open the dictionary and it says formal. Okay, I can consider this thing. Usually, phrasal verbs are casual speech, very normal speech.
Okay, yes, because previously I usually use contact, no? If
Exactly.
you have
That
any
is formal.
comments or doubt, please contact me. No?
Uh-huh.
But when I saw in I don't know where, reach out, so uh,
Copy.
it was substitute
Re-
substituted uh,
replace.
replaced in my language
Yes.
that verb. But after when I was thinking about, I said, maybe maybe I'm sounding formal or very casual or with I don't know
Exactly.
with extra confidence. No, extra. If it is correct to say extra confidence, no,
With yeah, extra confidence.
or
But no, the opposite. Actually, using the word. Remember, the word that is similar to Spanish sounds more formal.
oh, okay, so maybe contact sounds more
Context
formal.
sounds more formal. Exactly.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's the opposite.
interesting.
Of course. And reach out is more natural. Everybody will understand it better. Everybody will empathize with that speech, and that creates a common conversation.
We con with reach out. I sounded more native, maybe.
Exactly, more natural. That's the way it
Okay,
sounds.
perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, that's the use of your phrasal verbs, guys. Check the next ones. Find the next ones for homework, and we discuss it tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
very good. So I will see you then tomorrow. Have a very good day, and let me know what's up with Victor. Okay.
Victor is. There is Victor.
Special.
Yes. But yes, I will
Yes,
help you.
special. Thank you, man. Thank you very
He
much.
has an special status.
Yes, yes, always, always, always. Very good, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Have a
Peace and
nice day.
love. You too.
Bye bye.